Thank you so much.
It's the season of giving, and in this day and age when you can order yourself whatever you want online, why not think outside the box? We're highlighting the top spots in our community where you can snag that unique gift for someone special. Beautiful. Passing on love and warmth in these cold months, while also showing loyalty to your local business owners who are your friends and neighbors. This is WRTV's Small Business Special.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Nicole Griffin. This time of year, we get less light outdoors. So our first stop is taking us to a place that embraces all the cozy vibes, including spending some time by candlelight. Here at Penn and Beach Candle Company, you can get a hand-poured candle in more than 100 different fragrances, or you can come in and create a scent uniquely yours. Penn and Beach started in the basements of our homes. My sister-in-law, Lacey, she's the other co-owner. She lived on Beach Street and I lived on Pennsylvania Street, and we started pouring candles in both of our homes back in 2017. And then we signed our first commercial lease in 2018, opened the 747 College Avenue, March of 2018, and we just blossomed. It was wildly busy first right off the bat, and then we just kept going.
It's a custom pouring experience. So you can buy a candle at a lot of places, but what you actually do here is custom fragrance. So we have along the wall here, you can see behind us, we have over 100 fragrances in all sorts of crazy scents, from awapui all the way to yuzu. And we help you, our customer service, our team helps you narrow down a list of your favorites to create a custom scent that's truly unique just for you. And then you also get to choose your own vessel. So you're creating a candle that nobody else has. And, of course, you can buy them off the shelf just as they are, but it's really that custom fragrance where the magic happens. Bourbon is popular year-round. I would say that's probably our most popular scent. We recently brought on a new scent in the last year called Hotel Lobby that has been wildly popular. This time of year, also a new scent for us, Cashmere, has been very popular. And then, of course, our signature Penn and Beach blend, P&B blend. People see it on the shelf, they think peanut butter and jelly. No, it's our signature scent that is like really sharp and gingery and clean and fresh. That's our signature scent. In the process, you walk in the door and we'll greet you, we hand you a clipboard, and you smell along this wall of over 100 scents and write down your favorites. We encourage people to just write down as many as they like, the more the merrier, not to worry about what goes together, because that's what our team is there to help with. And then we have a wide selection of vessels, so you choose your vessel. And then you have a seat at our fragrance bar, and that's where our team of scent experts come in. And they'll help you look at your list, narrow it down, and then bring you some oils that would smell good together. You get to actually use your nose to smell those combinations and decide what you're going to use for your custom candle. You pour your blend or make your blend and then pour it into a beaker of wax and actually mix it and pour your own candle. And also, while you're doing the pouring experience, we offer a full menu of beer, local beer, wine, different spirits. So it's a really nice, as Bree said, a full collective experience. You're not just buying a candle, you're getting an hour's experience. And then they take 2 hours to cure. So we always open our shops in local, vibrant neighborhoods, encouraging people to go out in the neighborhood and enjoy a meal, do some shopping while their candles cure. So that's why we are really purposeful about where we open. To really encourage that kind of local shopping and dining.
Penn and Beach Candle Company has 3 locations right here in central Indiana, including this store here in Fishers, one in Carmel, and one in downtown Indy. They've also expanded to our neighboring state of Ohio. To learn more, visit this story in the WRTV mobile app. A book is a classic gift on anyone's list. We're here at Loudmouth Books, the queer, Black, woman-owned independent bookstore, where they're on a mission to uplift banned books and highlight the work of marginalized authors.
More and more people across the country want books removed from library shelves.
In 2022, we saw more books banned in this country than ever before in our history. And of those books, nearly half of them were books with queer themes. Around 40% were books that had characters of color. Around 20% were books that dealt with race or racism. And so it felt urgent to me that we curated a space where those stories always had a home. I think what happens is once books become banned or challenged, a lot of people think everybody's going to rush out and buy them, but that's not the case. The case is because publishing is risk averse, because book selling has razor thin margins, and a lot of people don't want to acquire books that run the risk of not being purchased. Those books are just going to fall off the shelves and off the face of the earth, and that's going to be that. And so the goal of Loudmouth was to create a space where those books always had a home, and also the authors, the marginalized folks, BIPOC writers, the queer writers who were behind those stories always had a place to go and promote their books. My primary occupation is that of a writer, and I write books for children and young adults, specifically books for queer kids. And so when I saw my own books being banned and challenged, saw so many of my friends' books being banned and challenged, I knew that we needed a space where kids always knew that they could come in, get the stories that they deserved. But one of the great joys of where we're located and the work that we do is watching the kids from Heron come in here after school and gather with their friends and flip through a graphic novel and sit on the beanbags and just generally get a place to come together where there is no expectation that they'll buy anything necessarily, just that this is a safe space for them to be. So I used to live in Heron Morton. I love this neighborhood. I love the walkability of it. But past that, we're right across the street from Greg's. Greg's is a cultural queer institution in this city. And so knowing that Greg's was across the street, knowing that it had been a part of the neighborhood in such an integral way for such a long time made me feel like this was going to be a safe, welcoming environment for us to bring a bookstore that does the kind of work that we do. Indie bookstores can do what no algorithm can do, and that's give you a human connection. Humans get to read the books for you first, get to figure out what's hot, what should be hot, what we're ignoring, what maybe you want and don't even know that you want yet. And so indie bookstores, I can't stress enough how important they are in the ecosystem of storytelling. I hope that in the coming years, a banned bookstore isn't such a novel concept. I hope all of us are putting challenged stories, marginalized stories first. But past that, I just want to see Loudmouth continue to grow. I want to see our programming expand. I want to bring more and more authors here that maybe never thought of Indianapolis as a market where they had readers. I think that what we're doing here is important, but not just what we're doing here at Loudmouth, what we're doing here in this city to cultivate Indianapolis as sort of a literary hub. When we opened, there was obviously a boom of bookstores that opened around the same time. And a lot of the questions I was being asked, and I think other booksellers in the city were being asked, is how are we going to sustain all of these bookstores? Do we have the infrastructure for it? And for me, it feels really clear that everybody is serving a different pocket of the community. And so if all of us are focused on how we can uplift the communities that we are there to support, then everybody wins.
Loudmouth Books is located at 212 East 16th Street. They are open from 11 to 6 Monday through Saturday and 11 to 5 on Sunday. Our next stop has just about everything from unique gifts to eco-friendly goods and self-care products. Rooftop Fruit is a contemporary general store here in the Fountain Square area. So let's take a look at what all they have in store.
Rooftop Fruit started because I was designing greeting cards and wedding invitations, and I had a studio space, and I really wanted to bring in other brands that I loved from all over the country, and so I did that, and it just kind of evolved into what it is now. We sell an assortment of products from brands all over the country. It's kind of like a general store. You can get deodorant, you can get jewelry, you can get laundry detergent refills or a cold drink out of the fridge. We have skin skincare, we have snacks and pantry items, candles, gifts. It's just a nice assortment of a lot of things. The vendors that we work with are from all over the world, and they're all independent. And most of them are just like 1 or 2 people making products, selling, marketing them themselves. We make sure they're sustainable or owned by women or minority owned, or that they give back to their communities, and they just have to fit in at least one of those categories for us to carry them, because we want to have a place where people can feel good about where they're spending their money and make sure it's going to a cause that people believe in. The refill bar is our zero waste station where you can bring your own containers and get refills of things like laundry detergent, shampoo, household cleaners, lotions. There's a whole list of products on our website if you want to go there and check that out and find a list of things that you can get refilled. The response from the community has been overwhelmingly positive. I've not really had any negative feedback from a perspective of what we're doing. I know the price points of the things that we sell are higher than things that you could get other places like big box stores, but the things that we sell are also intentionally made, and that's something that people get excited about, that you're not just buying something that's made in a factory on a line, you know, it's someone actually putting their hands on your product and spending time on it. I believe in this neighborhood, and I think it's really special, and we just love being here.
You can find Rooftop Fruit here at 1058 Virginia Avenue, and they are open every day of the week from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Smitten Kitten Cat Cafe here in Fishers is helping Central Indiana's feline friends while providing a safe space for everyone here in the community. This is Hamilton County's first cat cafe. WRTV photojournalist Tony Grant tells us more about the mission here. Plus, there are some adorable cats you could take home this holiday season.
Some people know what cat cafes are and know what they're all about, and there's others going, what is this place? My son, who's autistic, he's 22, we wanted to try to do something, open up a business, do something to kind of help him get, you know, adjusted and deal with his anxiety, which is what his autism is about. His name is Colin, and he's always been a lover of cats. Not so much dogs, but he's always loved cats. We've always had a cat in the house. We actually just adopted one from here a couple weeks ago that is trying to adapt with our cat at home. And yeah, he's coming in here, trying to do some of the duties, interacting. I've seen since we've opened, he loves talking with the employees. He'll just come in and just start chatting with them, but he's actually will come in here when there's guests in here and maybe not walk up to them and talk, but he'll sit and listen and then kind of engage in their conversation with a word here and there. So I've seen a significant improvement with him. I like a minimum of 18. Obviously we have adoptions going on you know, throughout the day. Right now we've got 21 in here. So my max is about 24. So it gets a little crazy once you start getting up to that level, especially if you've got a bunch of kittens in here. Kittens are a whole different animal.
You just jumped on my back, didn't you? Oh. Whoop.
We work with several agencies. We work with a couple different humane societies. Humane Society for Hamilton County, Hancock County. We've got 2 or 3 different rescues, home-based and shelter-based. And we rotate about every 3 months, so different shelters, different humane societies, different cats get the opportunity to come in here for a period of time, and hopefully people come in and are able to see and interact with them in here.
Hang on just a second. I'm gonna get the pack off, figure out.
Oh, is he chewing on it?
It's all right.
Let me put it up. Is that better? Okay. When I was putting this business plan together, I knew I had to partner with somebody on the coffee side that was going to be able to help me. What do I need from a equipment perspective? You know, who's going to help me train these people? I've never made a cup of coffee other than out my Keurig, you know, at home, so I couldn't make a cappuccino or espresso. Noble Coffee and Tea over in Noblesville. Somebody put me in contact with them, and I worked with them for several months before we opened to get the experience and the equipment, you know, all ordered through them, and then I had them train my baristas when we opened. It's always fun, even if you're not a cat fan. It's fun to watch the antics that go on over here on this side, especially when there's a bunch of people in here with them. So, and you can sit over there and just enjoy the fun. Once they realize that these cats are here and they're available for adoption, and most of them came from the Humane Society at that time that were in cages and kennels, it just blossomed from there. So we've had over 650 adoptions since we opened up last January. And we do have a lot of guests that come in that are autistic or on the spectrum, and seeing them come in and relax with these cats, and you can just see people calm down. So we have people that just come and just sit on the couch. They don't really even play with the cats. They're just like, I just want to sit here and just relax with a cup of coffee. So it's amazing how well they do just calm the person down, whether you have autism or not.
I'm gonna get you on camera.
7852 East 96th Street is where Smitten Kitten Cat Cafe is located here in Fishers. To find hours and operations or book a reservation here, just visit smittenkittencatcafe.com. Using food as a means of connection. There is just something about a delicious dessert that can bring people together. If you are looking to give the gift of baked goods, look no further than Salamat Cookies, serving up Filipino flavors in the Circle City.
We are Salamat Cookies. So, or in Indiana, we call it Salamat. Salamat means thank you in Filipino. I think what sets our cookies apart is the flavors. You go to a grocery store and you try to find these flavors that are available like in their raw form like this, and you're like, what do I do with this? This is an ube, and something about Philippine culture and Philippine food, there's some staples within our culture, and it's like pancit. You have like lumpia, which are like the little egg rolls. You have halo-halo, which is like a dessert. And ube is something that is uniquely Filipino and has a really cool flavor profile. It's vanilla, pistachio, like a little nuttiness, and it's uniquely Filipino. So to be able to have something like that, and we take this and what is made from this, which is an ube jam, like a sweet potato jam, and then we use it in our brown butter ube blondies. We put it in our ube cookies, and it takes something like this, like how do I use this, and we put it into things that we consume every day, like cookies and blondies, and even our ube lemonade, and our ube lattes as well. To be able to enjoy the flavor, the texture, just the nostalgia of that flavor in something as easy as a cookie, where you don't need a fork or a spoon, you don't need to boil it, it's like ready to go, I think is like a passport for your taste buds. It takes you right to the Philippines. Growing up here, there wasn't really many Filipino flavors outside of the home, so that was like a part of me that really wanted to be seen and acknowledged outside of the home that never really was. So to be able to step in and have these flavors available now in Indy is just so cool, and a lot of folks and our customers just say keep going, because we need more of that representation. So now seeing kids and these generations that are coming up saying, oh, there's ube, there's pandan and mango, like in cookies in their hometown, I feel like they feel really excited and feel celebrated. So that's what means the most to me. Food is that bridge to different cultures, and we have so many people and so many different cultures represented in Indy, so trying these different foods I feel like is really going to change the game, and really making us a more and more emerging foodie city. You can do so many other things that's less like wear and tear on your body than food, but it's just so satisfying when people take that first bite and they're like, whoa, you know, they light up. I don't think we would be here if not for the other small businesses in Indy that are really pushing food and pushing the culture, because now we can all come up together.
You can find Salamat cookies inside St. Matthew's Commissary Kitchen on East 10th Street. You can visit from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday and noon to 6 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. If you'd like to learn more about any of these local businesses or you'd like a reminder on hours of operation or location, we have all of that information and more up on our website, WRTV.com. Thanks so much for tuning in to WRTV's Small Business Special. We hope you got inspired to get a jump on your holiday shopping and support the local spots that make Indianapolis such a special place. We're wishing you a warm and bright holiday season. I'm Nicole Griffin.